I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Entire world is burning up. Look up, you're surrounded. Good evening, gentlemen.
All right.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. I apologize for earlier. We had a big storm roll through, knocked out the power to the studio, so we didn't have any power, and I couldn't do anything on the show. So we decided.
I would almost say this might have been an attack of the devil of some kind. Like they're obviously trying to stop you, but you're not going to stop.
Oh no, they should know better by now, right, Goose?
That's right.
They should know better and try to stop us by now. Now I don't have all the shows on all the stations, but so Patriot Radio picked us back up, and NBR Military Broadcast Radio. They are broadcasting us live. The others will broadcast this show recorded. I do apologize for anybody who listens on those other stations. We are not there right now, but we're back. We're back. I'm glad to see everybody come back in. I appreciate everybody coming back. Mark, welcome back. We were having a nice conversation until the power went out.
Who, Mark? Mark was here?
Yeah, Mark was here. We were chatting away, man. Him and Raccoon was here. When I got knocked off, Raccoon and Mark just continued on the show. But and Amber was here. Yeah, Raccoon. I guess Raccoon probably eats the dog or something.
Hey, Amber is there. What's up, Amber? What's going on?
Amber's here. Yeah.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you sound fine. Yep.
Yeah, I got that nice homeless cam headphones that I got cheap.
You got some new ones?
Yeah, I got red and black.
They sound good.
Sound good, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me see if Mark, you want to come back in and chat some more? You can.
Mark, go with a low blow. Happy Pride Month, dude.
That was cool, Mark. That was cool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, I heard today that it wasn't going to be just Pride Month. It was going to be Pride Summer. So it's going to carry on in. I mean, Admiral Levine is so depressing.
Yeah. It'll just turn into a whole year of Pride.
There you go. Pride year.
Yeah.
2023.
I want to know when we get the straight Pride year. When's that happen? I settle for a straight Pride day. We don't even get it. We don't get anything.
Hey, I got a question for the collective group here. I know the answer that Goose is going to give me because I recommended the movie. Has everybody seen Nefarious?
Can't say that I have, but another movie that I know is trending is that Jim Caviezel movie, Sound of Freedom.
That's supposed to hit. Yeah, it's supposed to hit the theaters on July the 4th. No, hey Goose.
Yes,
back me up here on Nefarious. Yes. I mean, hey guys, this I gotta see.
That's a good movie. Some of you guys might have to see it 4 times because your level of wisdom is not that high. But don't worry about it. I'll watch it 6 times.
I tell you, it'll make the hair on your neck stand up, and there's no violence in it to speak of at all.
It really detail most of the things that are happening today.
It does. Basically, the gist of the movie, guys, is a psychiatrist is sent into a prison to interview a prisoner who's on death row so he can certify that the guy's insane so they can put him to death. Well, this guy that he's interviewing is a demon.
Turn the tables on him.
And his name is Nefarious, though he was convicted as some other guy. But he has a conversation with this guy, and the whole movie is basically just a conversation. But it is really, really good. Really good. It's streaming now on most of the streaming services.
What's this guy's name? That guy that wrote the movie got an interview by Glenn Beck, yeah?
Steve Dace.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie because it turned the tables. The devil turns the tables on the haters.
Oh, he does. It's the best anti-abortion speech I've ever heard in my life, and it was given by a demon.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think because, Mark,
Yo.
I think they do Mark 93. I think they do turn the table because after the guy was okay with doing that abortion, then he changed his mind after he
Oh, you're
talked
gonna
to the
tell
guy.
us the whole movie before I
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah, we better stop, Goose.
I haven't even seen
You
it.
guys could do a show on
No,
this
that's a
movie.
preview, man. That's just a preview. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, but it's extraordinarily good.
It
Extraordinarily
is. It is. Okay, just to let you know, we in this show, most of the people come to our show. I guess they're awake and they know what's going on. But most of the people in our nation, at least, Mark, we could say what, 50% of our nation,
good. Sleep.
they're asleep.
Yeah.
And when they wake up, it's going to be too freaking late.
Yeah. They sleep. They're either asleep or medicated.
Yeah.
It's true. I've been working on my. Really, you guys don't gonna believe it. I'm trying not to curse anymore. That was a joke. But I'm trying to work on my spiritual side.
Yeah. Hey, good.
In case I had to give my life for this country, for our country, it's just my body. But they won't be able to take my soul.
That's right.
So that's why you gotta protect your soul. Make sure you want to become and celebrate the Pride Month.
Amber said you can't help it. You're Latin.
If you want to celebrate the Pride Month, that means you're selling your soul to the devil.
And Amber, you don't know how hard it is for me not to curse, and I'm Irish and Italian, so you know how hard it is for me.
Holy cow!
Well, Mark, don't you agree, or you guys in the chat room? I mean, don't you agree? If you become one of those activists that love the Pride Month and you become one of them, you're selling your soul to the devil. You are.
I think so.
Absolutely.
So it's better that you freaking do all that crazy shit and continue because you're going straight to freaking hell.
No, you see who joined now? Freaking
Who?
Coors Light. Coors Light.
I,
They didn't learn by watching Bud Light go down in flames, so they had to join the club and freaking do it too.
oh man!
There's another beer we need to boycott.
Well, because guess what? Black Rock does provide them with a surplus and make up for the money that they're going to lose with the promotion of the Pride Month.
I guess.
So they don't care because somebody's paying them
I'm
on
sure
the table.
Bud Light's feeling it in their pocket. I guarantee you they. But you see what they're doing now because Bud Light now is trying to run all these patriotic ads and stuff for Bud Light. You know, like showing country people and and military and stuff like that. They're trying to win everybody back.
No, you don't have to have.
In front of the Walmart in Fort Myers, there's a big neon sign with a Bud Light and a Budweiser can there that says Budweiser supports military and veterans and what have you.
Yeah.
And I thought,
they're trying very hard.
Nice try.
It's not going to happen. And that's a shame because Bud Light was really what I drank, but
I don't drink that. I drink whiskey.
The problem is Budweiser. People don't realize Budweiser has a lot of different beers just than Budweiser and Bud Light. And so you may be, I'm not going to drink Bud Light, and you switch to one of their other beers without even knowing it.
You didn't know that freaking Bush was crooked?
Who said that?
I did.
Who are you saying that to? Who's talking about Bush?
Anheuser-Busch is the parent company.
That's the next beer. That's the next beer.
Were we not just talking about beer, and then all of a sudden you talk about Bush?
Because they own I think it's 18% of the stock.
They own who owns 18% of it?
The Bushes.
Really?
I just look out here on the internet. Yeah.
I thought they were owned by a conglomerate in Sweden or something like that.
I don't.
Hey,
I want to ask Mark something. Goose.
Go ahead, buddy.
Mark, what do you think about all these protests going on here in Florida for all these immigrants protesting about the new law?
Well, I saw your headline. I guess I'm sort of ignorant of that. Are they?
How can you be ignorant? they're doing things everywhere. I mean, they had the roads blocked off in downtown Fort Myers so these people could protest.
Hey,
Really?
Mary,
Yeah.
they got the right to protest like we do.
Oh, bullshit.
But we
Hey.
just don't do it because we are a bunch of cowards.
We talked about this off air, and you know
We
how I
did.
feel. But we'll bring it up now. Look, I don't have any sympathy for people who come to this.
But you
country.
know what? Stop, Mary. I'm gonna tell him to stop cutting your freaking grass.
I don't care. I can cut my own grass. I don't care. No, I mean, let me. I want to say something. I mean, Goose knows this story already, but I'm gonna, and I may have shared it on this once or twice before. I don't know. But because the thing that really turned me against, I mean, obviously the legal situation is out of control. But the thing is, if you come here illegally, you get everything. You get everything and anything. You go the legal way. We tried to get my mother-in-law here from the Dominican Republic. We went through all the proper channels. We jumped through all the hoops. We went through 3 interviews. 3. They turned her down twice. And the third interview, we paid all the money again to get the interview. I mean, of course, she passed away before we could get to that last interview. But, I mean, it pisses me off that we went through all that stuff. We jumped through all the hoops with the government. You got to go. I mean, there's a lot, and you got to pay a lot of money. It's not free to get people here the legal way. Why do you think everybody comes illegal? You can jump over the border and get all the things you want.
It's not
Oh,
free. Come
dude,
here
free
illegal.
housing.
14,000 to the Coyote.
You what?
You have to pay like $15,000 to the Coyote.
No, I don't give a shit, Goose. You're never going to sell me on the hardship of these people coming across the border illegally. I just can't. I mean, after my experience with what we went through to get my mother-in-law here, nah. I mean,
Hey, a lot of migrants don't agree with what this pedophile is doing from the last 2 years. They don't. Okay?
look, I get it. I get it. They're coming here for a better life, Goose.
And for the last
get it.
year in our show, I
But-
always told you
sorry.
guys
You got to come the fucking legal way.
the last 2 years, I told you the show, and you guys know I told you, go to the freaking flea market and you will see the difference. Did I say that?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
Because that's where they go when they come here.
But that's not. That doesn't make it right.
And I don't say it's right, but blame your freaking government. Blame the freaking Iraq guy.
But
That
I
he
don't
say
have
that.
to accept
The
it.
guy that said the freaking Putin is in freaking Iraq. I thought he was in Russia.
I know. Dumbass. Hey, welcome, Jamie. But
Mira, of course, Mary, if you open the gate and you provide the money, you provide the transportation, of course I'm gonna go to your house.
bro,
That's-
that still doesn't say for me. Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right. I mean, it's not. I mean,
It's not only then. You got the freaking Chinese army infiltrating our country. You got the Russian mafia infiltrating our country. You got many people. I got a few friends, from
Bro, I'm
guys.
saying I didn't specify type of immigrant. I'm saying all immigrants. You want to come to this country, come legally. There's a way to do it, and there's a process to follow. Do it. I mean, like Mike said, Amber said, my family were immigrants too, but they came the legal way. And Amber, most families were immigrants, but like you said, they all came legally. Exactly.
Hey,
But everybody came legally to this country. They
but
didn't-
Mary, that don't mean everybody
Yeah.
support that. There are many videos of migrants freaking criticizing those people. Many migrants.
Yeah,
are-
criticizing these people as they're taking their free cell phones and pocketing the fucking food stamps that they get and the fucking free room and board they're getting. Come on, that bullshit, Goose. And you know it.
God damn, Mary, I would just fucking say that they're criticizing them.
Yeah, but
What
it's
the
bullshit.
hell is you freaking
They're
understand?
turning. Yes. Oh, right. Yeah, they're turning and criticizing. Their hands sticking out the back, grabbing.
Well, it's
everything
not
they
my
can fucking
fault
get.
that you didn't get an Obama
Well, let me-
phone.
Let me wade in here because I think Maverick actually directed the question to me.
Yes, I did.
Hey,
You know, Goose.
DeSantis was at the border 2 or 3 days ago,
Yep.
and basically he reiterated, the first priority is shut the border down. We got to control the border. We don't have operational control. We need to build a wall. I think his words were, "It work, they work, walls work," and then you militarize it to the extent that if the cartels are doing something, you make them such that they stop. And that means by any means necessary. And the fact that we have to even have a discussion about rules of engagement at our own border
Thank you, Mark.
is crazy to me. That's crazy talk.
We
But he said
coordinate
on
we
day
do.
one, he would declare an emergency situation and the border would be closed down. That would be the number one priority. So, hey, kudos to him.
Hey, let me read some of the chat from here.
But I'm going to look into these protests now that you've mentioned them.
The difference between our ancestors who came here legally and the immigrants today is that our ancestors built this country, came here and flourished. Today's immigrants bring their bull crap and ideologies trying to change the country.
Well,
that's bullshit. Don't come with that bullshit. God damn, that's a BS. You fucking racist. I'm gonna call you out. You too, Mary. All that fucking migrant, they work their fucking ass up, okay?
It doesn't matter. Okay. You come here fucking illegally. You don't belong here.
A lot of blame you fucking stupid president. Don't blame them. They work hard. They really work hard, and they come here to work many of days.
They're so fucking disgusted, then they need to go back across the fucking border, back where they
A lot of freaking people here get free shit. But
yeah,
you know, we got an issue. We got an issue the last 2 years. That's fucking racist.
Legally. That's the term.
But don't say that they don't work. Many of them freaking work.
I didn't. Who said they didn't fucking work?
That fucking stupid comment that you friend wrote.
I read the fucking thing.
Fucking racist. Don't read that shit.
Hey, the other thing that DeSantis said that I sort of liked this week at the border was that he was going to end the policy that allows a person that's born here, an anchor baby, to be considered a citizen.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So, yeah, that's why McCain died.
Said all the right things down at the border.
So do you like DeSantis, Mark? You tell me how much you love DeSantis.
He does like him.
I think I told you guys that months ago.
Exactly. Goose doesn't like him all of a sudden.
I don't like him.
All of a sudden.
Mary, come on. Stop the BS.
That's bullshit, because that's what you say. When on the air, you say one thing, and off the air, you say another. You got to be truthful to the audience.
Mary, shut the hell up and look for the freaking video.
The fucking audience. Come on, man.
Look for the freaking video. Just go ahead. Look for the video. Look for the video. Look for the video. The other day, I got a freaking argument with your lover because he said something wrong about DeSantis. Now you're telling me I'm not defending DeSantis. Go ahead, put the last show. But you defend your lover and you went against me.
Here, shut up. And here he comes. He's going to come defend himself. I don't have to say anything.
Well, go ahead, put in the show to talk about DeSantis. He's the one talking crap about DeSantis, wasn't me.
Listen, Goose.
Yeah, Mike.
I know how you like to overshadow everybody, but hear me out.
I don't overshadow everybody. You come with that freaking statement about migrants.
Come on.
I don't give a shit.
Then shut up and let him defend himself.
No, you fucking shit.
Hey, my whole family are immigrants. They came here and they flourished in this country. You're taking it to your own. What do you think we're just talking about Mexicans? Listen, our southern borders, it ain't just Mexicans. It's Russians. It's friggin' it's everyone. It's Guatemalans. It's friggin' Europeans. It's everybody. And these people come over here, bring their ideologies, and try to change this country. I never said nothing about not working. I never said anything like that or anything racist. I'm telling you the exact facts.
Exactly. Mike's been on the border, Goose. Mike's been on the border.
Hey, I just saw that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was down there last week, and he
that's messed up.
Exactly
that you
what
down,
Mike is saying.
Idiot, just for him to talk.
You
know what?
That's over everybody. Shut up. I'll mute you again. Now Mark was talking, you cut him off.
It don't matter. He understands. I'm a fucking warrior. Spent 20 plus years in the infantry. God damn it!
No, what,
I don't take shit from people like you like that.
No, shut up.
It's better you respect.
I ain't respecting no fucking migrants. Give me a fucking break. I don't have to. That's the beauty of this country. You don't have to fucking like anybody.
What are we going to respect about people coming here and leeching off of society and our tax dollars?
Exactly.
Listen, I got my own children. I don't need to fund 1 million illegals.
Exactly. I agree 100% with you, Mike.
I don't freaking say that many of them they are not doing that. They are, but our fucking government is making that shit happen. They are freaking telling them to come to this country.
So we're
Yes.
supposed to feel sorry for them.
Okay.
Off society.
But read your freaking comment, okay? I'm not freaking Mexican. I'm not, but I'm trying to be fair, okay? Many people that came here many years ago, they're hardworking people. I'm not talking about the new ones here now.
Well,
I'm talking about the ones that been here 10, 20 years, working hard, got their own business, and they do good things for the country. So don't come here.
But the problem is, if you come here fucking illegally, I don't give a shit.
I don't
You've been
give
here
a
fucking
shit.
10
Go
years,
to a high school
fucking 20
freaking.
years. Shut
Let
up.
me,
Let me talk.
let me try to
can hear-
insert some sanity into this
Hang on, Mark.
discussion.
You finish my thing here. I don't give a fuck. You've been here 10, 20, 30 years. If you came here illegally, you came here illegal. You're illegal. It doesn't matter. There's no time limit. It doesn't say, oh, you've been here 10 years. Okay, well, you're fair. You're good now. Bullshit.
Hey, listen, I agree
You
with
fucking
your
racist,
sentiment.
bitch.
I agree with your sentiment, but seriously, people that have lived here, if you've got a person that was born here and now they're a senior in high school, they've never known Guatemala. You're going to have to deal with that situation.
About those
You're going to have to deal with it. And rounding them up and putting them in camps and then deporting them back to their country of origin that they never set foot in, I think that's a bridge
Just
too far.
listen. Like you tell me.
Kids who came across, who were here, born here. I'm not talking about those because they got citizenship.
Who the hell you talking about, big guy?
Fucking parents and everybody else.
Go to the high school graduation. I went to one out of freaking 900. Listen to me now.
I don't care what you say. I don't have to feel.
Yeah, because you're a freaking goddamn racist.
I don't give a fuck what you say, Goose.
Y'all don't give a fuck what you say. You only use the button and shut
up. Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway, go ahead, Mark.
Everybody racist.
I know you're racist if you don't fucking agree with their comment.
Go look at the graduation. 900 kids, 95% of them Latino. So you're gonna have to eat it.
What does that mean, Goose? What does that mean?
They're working class and they do a good job. Now your president, a white guy, is the one who invited them the last 2 years.
You come here illegally. I didn't invite you here illegally.
Motherfucker. I'm not fucking illegal, bitch. Okay, I fought for my country many fucking.
Good, Mark.
Hey, you fought for your country and you're collecting a check, correct?
You know what? You shut the hell up. You are not paying for my.
Paying out or going towards those illegal immigrants. I bet you.
I don't give a damn. White people too. They throw the biggest freaking. You guys talking about that bullshit. Latino is the lowest freaking minority that draw money from the government, okay?
Why are you making this about Latinos? My best friend is friggin' Latino.
Now shut the hell up, man. Your best friend, you try.
Go ahead, Mark. I mean, Mike
Why
said.
Racist. I don't get it.
Last week you hit the Santos. Now you don't want to put you balls here to say the same thing you said last week.
You don't give him a chance. You keep running over everybody.
I'm gonna give him a chance. This is my last freaking show. That's it.
Okay, whatever.
On a podcast, how can you complain and then cry racism every time you don't agree with something? That's bullcrap.
It is bullcrap.
The bullshit. You know what, Mike?
He thinks that way because
bullshit.
he
You
has
don't
some
even
friends
know me.
that are
You're the one that think that you know every
family.
freaking thing. You're the one who started. You stemming is there online. People can go and read it.
Bro, you're the one who's calling everybody racist.
I know you. That's you, ma'am. I know. Fuck you too.
He's a guest on the show. If you don't like it,
I don't give a shit if he's a guest. If he says something's out of line, I'm gonna let it know.
Well, and you did. So shut the fuck up and let him talk.
You know what, Maverick? You shut the hell up, okay?
See you, Goose.
Look, we're all being a little testy this evening.
Goose is getting fucking crazy. Then he gets me pissed off
because you fucking. You go with the lover and you don't let me defend myself.
Give a fuck what you think, Goose. I don't care. You know my opinion. I haven't changed my fucking opinion on immigration.
But why then you fucking start hitting now the goddamn...
Don't get on me because we talk about this off the show. And I said the same.
Yes, and I fucking told you how I fucking feel about that shit, bitch.
And I don't
be
care.
That I say something else
I fucking feel. I have to listen to your ass. You got to listen to me.
But stop defending that fucking bitch out there. That's
I
the only
don't
thing
have
I
to
say.
defend
If he's
anyone.
a man, he's
Are
being a
these ad
man.
hominem attacks necessary?
Now I'm a bitch, right? Now I'm a bitch.
Yeah,
Goose,
because you
right?
acting like a bitch, attacking the migrants. Who the hell are you to attack them? Attack your president. He's the one who invited them here.
DeSantis, a liberal.
He's the one who coordinated with the freaking cartel to get him here in buses. And DeSantis is the only few governors that put him out of the state, even though you hate DeSantis because you're a liberal.
Hey, can we change the subject? Because I like both of you. Actually, like everyone on this panel, and I don't want to see this show break up because I really like the show. I like Goose, I like Maverick, and I don't want you guys to break up friendships.
Yeah.
Is this your first time on the show, Amber?
Absolutely not, but like it's never gotten this bad before.
Ask that question I just raised in the chat, Amber.
Amber's the peacemaker.
Yes, she is.
I just want you guys to stay together as friends.
This is a hot topic for me.
I would like,
and I don't like when Goose is calling me a fucking racist because I don't agree with his point of view.
No, and he shouldn't. But
Exactly.
like we just got to listen to each other, and we don't have to
Thank
agree,
you.
but we can
Thank
still
you.
listen to each
Goose,
other.
And you racist. And you racist.
You're
I'm
not
not
listening to anybody.
racist.
No, you, Amber. No, you, Maverick.
I don't give a fuck what you say.
Yeah,
You think
we all
Okay, but why you
wrong.
crying? You don't give a fuck.
Goose, do you fucking think you're the first person to call me racist? Do you really think that?
I think this is the first time I call you racist because you made a statement that is fucked up.
But just because you don't agree with me, now you sound like everybody else out there. When you don't agree,
I wasn't protesting.
When you don't believe with the Black Lives Matter, what do they say? They call you racist. That's exactly what you're doing. You're calling
No.
racist
The statement that was made about hardworking people is not true.
Everybody has their own opinion.
No, but that statement is messed up
But
because
that's
they
not
do
what
work.
he meant. I don't think that's what
I don't think he did either, and Goose took it the wrong way.
I think you took it the wrong way because I don't think Mike meant it that when the migrants come here, they're just lazy and they don't do anything. But there was a difference between building this country when people are first coming here versus now when they're all getting handouts.
Amber, I
Eventually
understand.
they'll start working.
But who created that? Our government created that.
I know, and you're right.
The last 2 years, can I talk?
It doesn't matter if the government created because you keep
Can I
saying
talk?
You keep saying the same thing. The government did this. The government did it. But so what? It's still happening.
Goose, you're right. The government did do it, but the people coming here also know they're doing wrong.
Many people from other countries, and I understand that, and that's the issue that we got. But somebody come and say that a lot of the migrants that have been here for many years, they contribute a lot to this country, a lot. And there's a lot of good people.
Hey,
there's criminal. Let me talk.
Let me jump in there for just a second because I think Goose raises a good point, and this is the point I was trying to make a few minutes ago. Yes, they're illegal, and we have to, they talk about this comprehensive program that they want to put together. It starts with closing the border. I think we can all agree on that. Absolutely. It starts with that. But people that have been here for literally decades, and in some cases really have no memory because they were brought here as a child, of their fatherland, wherever it's at, rounding these people up, and there are millions, and they don't even know the number. It's been estimated as 30 million.
I know someone like that, and it's very wrong what the parents did to this person because they basically grew up in this country. They came as a very young child, and they basically grew up in this country, and they're facing possible deportation. And the parents knew they were coming here illegally. And the parents knew that it was possible that they could be deported. They did not get deported, but now the young people are being threatened of deportation. Now that
I am sympathetic. I'm sympathetic to that.
Can I say something?
But I don't know
Yeah, when somebody make those statement, a blank statement like that, it really I get offended because I got family that came here many years ago. You could say the same thing about Puerto Rican, and I say F you because a lot of us work hard. A lot of us serve the country.
Puerto Ricans are not immigrants; they're American citizens.
It don't matter. A lot of those migrants served the armed forces too and lost their life in the
You
service.
can't unless you're a legal citizen or
Thank
Well,
you.
residency.
they
Thank you.
become legal citizens
See?
once they
There you
come
go.
here
They
illegal, but
become
then after a year they become legal citizens and they join the
become legal
service.
citizens. Okay, but there's so
Can,
many that aren't even coming as legal citizens or not
We
even
just can't
trying
use
to.
a blanket freaking page to,
No,
can,
you know, to
can I say
be
something really quick,
offending
guys?
everybody. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
justification.
Don't come with
Listen,
that stuff, okay?
this is why it has. This is why it has a racist appeal to it. Simply because when the Ukrainians came here, nobody made a 1718 Senate bill against them. When the Asians come here and they start cartels, we don't know if all of those Asians are legal or illegal. Nobody says anything. But when it comes to Mexicans or Haitians or other people, America is up in arms. That's what makes it appear racist.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When I was
Well,
down
You know what? Uh,
Mexicans,
you are right, my brother. You are right. Thank
When I
you.
was
And I do appreciate that statement that you just made, Revolution. That was a great statement. And I see that all the time. And a lot of time I bite my tongue, I don't say crap. But when I have to say something, I will.
Well, and that goes for everybody. We can all say whatever we want.
Mary, I will
That's
fuck
why.
you up when I get out of here.
That's why we do the show. We do it because everybody has an opinion and everybody's allowed to share their opinion.
But
You don't
don't
have
mute
to.
me. I asked you,
Listen,
do you mute me next
listen.
time? I'm going to go to your house
Oh,
right
shut up.
there.
I'm going to mute you.
I could see that too. Ding dong.
No,
He
you
know.
doesn't.
He know I
I
will
could
drive to his
totally
house.
see
He
that.
won't come to my house because it's too far for his fat ass to drive. That's
He
why.
would. If you got him
won't
that
come.
fired up, he would come to you.
He
I
know I
could see that
will. He
about you.
knows.
Oh, bullshit. You won't go.
Hey,
I could see it.
let me add one thing in here. To the last comment that was made about racism. I guess I don't view this whole thing through a racial lens. And I
Exactly.
think everything seems to be put through that prism anymore. And I've just gotten to the point where I don't even look at it that way. I just refuse to even, sort of entertain those because I just
It
don't.
doesn't have
I just don't
anything
believe
to
it.
Because let me say this. Let me
I
say
just
this,
blame
I just
Mark.
don't
Biden.
believe it.
That's
Let me
it.
say this, Mark. Mark, you would be a benefactor of racism. That's why you don't see it through that.
Holy
And I
shit.
tell you what, you've really lost me now.
You would be.
Now,
That's
now
okay.
you don't
Find
even you
yourself.
don't know
What is
anything
going on?
about me,
Find yourself.
and all of a sudden I have
Bruce, are you
privilege.
hearing
I
that?
mean, here we go.
Hey, Mary, why you don't mute people now? Just me.
No, you, because you were talking.
You got all fired up. You got like so fired up. The most fired I've ever seen you get fired up. But I will
Anyways,
say this, you know
evolution.
what?
Here.
I
Come on,
don't
man.
I
You don't
don't
really
see it
believe
as a
it, right?
racist thing either. I see it as a right and wrong.
There
My
you go.
dad was an immigrant. My cousins are immigrants. My brother-in-law's an immigrant. And
But
it's
you
in the
didn't
right
have
way.
those
And I said
immigrant
there's a right way,
struggles,
there's a wrong way.
Amber May. You didn't have those immigrant
Neither did
struggles
you,
that the
Revolution.
Mexicans and everybody else is having.
But
You did
Revolution,
not.
you didn't have it either.
Yeah, because I was stolen from my country and brought here. That's why.
Oh, you were.
As a
Wait,
matter of
wait,
I'm
wait,
a
wait. How old are you?
bastard stepchild
Wait.
of America.
No. Hang on. How old are you?
Hold on. Hey, Maverick, I'll address this because
Thank you.
I'm on
Thank you, Mike.
slavery.
Yeah.
Give me. There's never been a proof of a boat with chains. There's never been a proof of anybody being trained.
You're a little broken up, Mike.
Here, but give me proof that Americans brought you here. That white America brought you here. Give me proof.
He's talking to you, Revolution.
You said,
He gonna get
is
paid.
there any proof?
Reparation.
You said, is there any proof that I
He
was
said, "Give
born
me
here?
proof that you were brought." You
No,
were
no,
taken
no,
from
no.
your home
I'm not
people.
even going to play that petty game. I am
No,
I'm a
Revolution.
part of a lineage.
Wait a
I'm a
minute.
part of a
Revolution.
lineage. Now
No,
you
it
proved
doesn't
that I
matter.
wasn't a part of a
It doesn't matter
lineage that was
you.
born here.
See, but you're part
Hold
of the
on,
problem,
hold on,
Revolution.
Maverick.
You're part of the
Hold
problem.
on,
No,
hold
wait.
on, Maverick.
No. You opened that
Have
can.
him prove. Have him prove that
Hang
I'm
on,
not
Rev.
part of a
Hang
lineage
on,
that was
Rev.
born here.
Hang on,
America
Revolution.
is the least racist white majority society in the world. It has
Revolution,
a
you opened
better
that can of
record of
worms by
legal
saying that.
protection of minorities than any other society in the history of the world, white
And
or
they have,
black. And we
Revolution,
and they
offer
have
more
killed.
opportunities to a greater number of black people than any society in the world, including all of Africa.
He's trying to get
Exactly.
reparations.
Orlando
And
Patterson, professor
And
of
guess what, Mike?
sociology
And
at
that's
Harvard
because
University.
Africa was colonized by white people, and they're not giving them chances in their own homeland. That's why.
Oh,
So if you're
Well,
going to
you
talk
know,
about
I'm
it,
in
talk
the.
about it all.
Hey,
So I
Mark,
think
you
you
know,
just made my point.
I don't think
America
revolution
is the best record of legal protection of minorities than any society in the world, including all of Africa.
I haven't been there to see that, but I've been here and I see what goes on here.
Mark, revolution
Hey,
is
wait,
trying
wait,
to get paid reparations.
let's go back to Revolutionary's first statement. Hang on, Mike. We can't hear you, bud. Your mic's a little messed up. Revolutionary, you said you were ripped from your homeland by the white man and brought to this country, and then you tried to change it and say your
No,
lineage
that's what
was
you
done.
heard.
No, that's what you said because that's what made Mike react to that. But you didn't
And
want to
that's
hear what he had to say.
no, I heard what he had to say, and that is the trick that most
But you
white people
didn't.
try to use. Like it was,
But
do you know?
it didn't happen to you. There were white slaves too, Revolution. You forget about that.
Yeah, guys,
No,
but
there
let
were
him
white
talk.
indentured servants. It's a different.
Oh, come on.
No,
I didn't think I
Revolution.
didn't think
I
you were that
know.
bad,
I
Revolution.
think somebody needs
Revolution.
an education in
Well,
the Black Irish.
Apparently,
Listen,
but I don't want this. Everybody's jumping on revolution, and I would like to make a statement. Revolution just
you
trying
jumped
to
on
get
Mike. I didn't-
revolution just
I
trying
didn't
to make a statement. That way he get
He
paid.
made it.
That way he get paid reparation.
no,
But it's
no.
not going to work. It's not going to work.
Okay, so
You gotta
respect his
remember,
opinion. Thank you.
they were going to give
You guys
illegal
know
immigrants
that slavery didn't
450,000.
exist until a black man made it so. If you guys look up history, when blacks came here, they were indentured servants. The first person to ever icon slavery was a black man because his indentured servant's time was up. Look it up. It's fact.
That's
Guys,
not true.
I'm gonna
That's
make a
not
statement
true.
before you. Let me make a statement before
That's not true.
The
Mary.
first court
Mary,
case
can I talk?
ever documented.
America is the least racist white majority society in the world.
The first court case ever
But
documented.
guys, everybody here jumping on revolution. He's the only minority with me. Revolution. We getting hit left and right.
That minority crap.
We getting hit left and right. Let him talk. Revolution just want to get paid.
Well, he's not going to get paid on this show, so
He's gonna get paid reparation.
no, he ain't. He ain't
According to whom? According to whom, Goose?
Yeah.
According
To the governor of California.
Nah.
He don't live in California.
I don't live in California. No.
He said he's gonna move there the last show. But guys, you gotta listen to Revolution because we don't just want to be jumping on him. They're gonna sound like you guys really, are just jumping on him. We gotta be more educated.
No,
When you
defend myself, Goose.
when you make
Hey, Mary, what happened
like
between you and I? That's between you and I. We talk after the show. Don't worry about it.
You started this crap with the racist remark, and then everybody started.
I didn't mean that with you. You're my brother.
I know. Bro, you know me. I don't.
Shut the hell up now, bro. I already finished.
Hey, this is Mark. Hey, listen, I got to catch a boat to Key West in the morning, so I got to get out of here.
Oh yeah.
So I just leave you with this: America is the least racist white majority society in the world.
I agree with
We
you.
have the best record of legal
Mark?
protections of minorities than any society, white or black.
No, because
and we offer
Mark, you
more
keep saying
opportunities
it
to a greater
enough.
number of black people than any society in the
According
world,
to
which
whom?
also includes Africa. Thank you
According
for
to
the
whom?
spirited discussion this evening. I admire everybody
And
that's
thank
here.
you for the lies. Thank you for the lies.
Hey, Revolution,
Shalom.
come on, Revolution. Don't be like that, man.
Yeah.
No, no, because he can't keep saying that in hopes that people just hear it regurgitate it like
You
that and
can't
start
say what
believing
you're
it.
saying and hope that we change our minds. You're not going to change our minds. You weren't
Revolution,
there.
take it like a man.
I'm not
I
trying
think
to
take it
change
like
your
a man.
mind. I'm just
You
saying
were
facts.
there. Didn't happen
No,
to you.
I say take it
Didn't
like a
happen
man,
to
like I
me.
did.
Yeah.
No, you didn't take it like a man, Goose, because
Yeah.
you got upset
you're
with
right.
Maverick.
You're
I thought y'all were going box.
You're right.
Oh, we always do that anyway.
Yeah. That's just us.
That's
But
how we
I mean,
are.
revolution. I mean, you and I weren't there. You can't hold the people now accountable
Okay.
for something that happened.
All right.
And
Well,
none of
half
us-
of the young Jews,
listen,
half of the young
none
European
of us
Jews
were
weren't
there.
in. They weren't in Germany
But
when
we're
they
not
went, but they're
talking
getting
about
their check.
We're-
Oh,
you
nah,
brought
no,
up-
no, because
no,
you're
you
not going to
brought up-
run.
You brought
Nah,
up the
I'm not
color
going to let
thing.
you run, Maverick.
I'm not
I'm
going
not
anywhere
because they
I'm
weren't
right
there.
here. I'm right here.
Okay, well they weren't there.
But Mary, let
The
it
young
talk.
Jews weren't there,
But you
and
weren't
nobody
there
says
either.
that to Jewish people. But they still getting checks. They're still getting checks.
Who get checked?
So nah,
Who gets
the
checked?
young European
For what?
Jews.
For
The
what?
young European Jews are getting their Holocaust checks because
they
of what
are?
happened to their people.
Oh,
Yes, they
you
are.
paying them? Are
I
you
didn't
paying
know that.
them? Who's paying them?
Who's
Our
paying them?
government. Our
I
government.
bet you America, our government, and the German
I'll
government.
say you bet. You're going to make a
Let me
like,
Google it, Maverick. Let me see.
You better prove
Google
it.
it. Google it.
Okay.
You can't just come and make statements like that and then
No,
go,
I'm not making statements.
I bet the Americans are paying for it. Bullshit. And
I bet you Americans are paying the poor.
you.
America takes
Right,
care of Israel. Say that's not so. Say that's not so.
Say a lot of stuff. I let you
All right,
come
but say that's not so, Maverick. Say America doesn't take care of Israel.
Listen, Mike wants to come on here and debate you, but you won't let him because you don't give him a chance to say anything.
Because
So,
he's full of it.
Well, no, but it doesn't matter whether you like what he's saying. He has to listen to you.
It
You
ain't
gotta
about
listen.
whether or not is he
Right,
stating
right.
facts. Because
you're not stating facts either.
okay, well look it up.
I don't
You
have
haven't looked it up.
You're the one bringing yourself to the show and saying these things. You got to have backup on that. I don't have to look it up. You're the one saying.
Well, you can't say it's wrong if you don't know.
But you got to
Well,
prove that.
what
Hang
Maverick is trying to say, revolutionary bro, is the burden of proof is on you, not him or
Thank
Goose.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, even if the burden of proof is on me, he still can't say I'm wrong if he don't know whether I'm wrong or
But
right.
you can't say you're right then. But you can't sit here and act like you're right when you don't know if you're right or wrong.
That's why all you got to do is look it up. We got
I don't
technology.
have to.
Our phones
I
are
don't
smart.
have to look it up.
What I'm fucking saying. Jesus, can I get in a word?
Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead.
Thing over and debunk all the fucking bullcrap you're spewing right now.
Okay, do it then.
Okay, listen. Get on the internet. Look on the internet. The first case.
Oh
of
yeah, they do get paid.
ever in this country was by a black man because his indentured servant wanted to leave. There was no slavery. No one termed a slave in this country until a black man brought it to court. Look it up.
All right, let me ask you something, Goose.
You know, he's right. They do get paid. He's right.
Did
they
you,
do get paid.
Goose? Did you look it up? What I said,
Yeah,
Goose?
yeah.
Okay,
I said U.S. began paying out
So
reparations.
Maverick, can you apologize, Maverick?
Wait a minute.
Can you apologize?
I ain't apologizing for shit until I ask Goose a question.
Okay, so
No, I'm just
what
gonna
point?
post it. I'm just gonna post it. Watch.
Who's paying, Goose? Who's paying?
I don't gonna pay anything, but I just posted what I found out.
No, I said who's paying. What's your
The
article?
U.S. began paying out reparation from France to Holocaust survivors and their
Well, he said
heritage.
Yeah.
And
He
then-
said Germany. He said we're paying Jews.
I said Germany and America is paying them.
No, that's not
That's
right.
what I said.
Don't change your words now. Come on, Red.
No, that's exact. Come on, Maverick. You're taping this. You can go back to your own show and see if I said that.
Not during the show, I can't. So I have.
Okay, well, when you hear your show,
Wait,
I
so
want you to.
your
Can you
word-
apologize if I'm right?
apologizing for
Can
shit.
you apologize?
What Goose is saying doesn't tell me anything.
Okay, but can you apologize if I said that Germany and U.S. was paying the Holocaust survivors of Germany?
But that's not what you said.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, no.
And I also said that America takes care of Israel. I also said that too.
That's not. Everybody knows that. That's not a.
Hold on.
You started this because you said you physically were pulled out of your homeland.
Okay, all right, Matt. So I see what you're doing. All right, that's a strategy.
You
Go ahead.
know, to be
No, no,
fair,
Then I question
last
you,
time last
you
show, two
said,
shows
"Oh
ago.
no, my lineage was pulled out of the country, not
But
me."
but to be fair, Maverick,
Yes,
last time that Revolution said something, I found
radio.
out that were not true, and I say so because I went and researched. Sometimes we think that we are right, but until we don't do research, it gotta go both ways. I mean, I found there that the Holocaust people that went to France camps, stuff like that, they're getting paid reparation. So I don't. A government keep a lot of stuff away from us. I don't know. I mean, I just found out that and all this stuff, but Mary, now we
You read
finding
all
stuff out that we didn't know for many years. You know, he
proof.
might be right, but according to that, it
Wait,
sounds like we paying some
it
type
says
of
the
money.
State Department has paid or approved 90 claims for a total of 11 million in reparations to France. To France for former World War II prisoners who were carried to Nazi death camps in French trains. The first French reparations were paid to Holocaust survivors living in the United States, officials said on Thursday.
No,
So
I'm getting
it
ready
was
to send you another stuff.
only 90.
That
Revolution
was in
claims that
France. That's not include
Jew,
the ones that
every
was here.
Jew
Don't
being
reduce it,
no,
Maverick. Don't
no,
reduce it.
reduce what? I just read you.
You reduce because
The
you're talking
Pretty good
about the ones
podcaster
in
wants to
France.
talk.
They're
read
paying the
No,
ones also
no,
here.
guys, I got another
90 claims.
statement. It says more
I know.
people in the other statement.
Oh,
Let
I'm
me
reading
see.
the article that you just sent me.
I know. I'm gonna get ready to send you
90
one.
claims. 90.
Okay.
90. Not we're paying everybody. Every born Jew that comes along is getting money like Revolutionary said there was. 90 claims. Only. And only
Come
to
on.
France for the former World War II prisoners that were
Okay.
carried to Nazi death camps
But
in
they're
French
also paying some
trains.
of the ones that are here.
Then you prove it. Show me. I just read you.
Maverick just read. Goose just read it. Maverick,
I
if you
just
paying
read it.
attention
I
and not
just
this.
read it.
All right. What did you say? Say what
I
you said again.
just
Say
read the
what you
fucking
said again.
article to you. 90
Okay.
claims. 90.
Okay. But you
90
said something
only.
before that. So
That's
stop
it.
playing.
No,
Stop
that's
playing.
it.
No, you getting
90.
that off with them. You ain't getting that off with me.
Get the fuck out of here. Rev,
No,
make
you
me,
get up out of here.
don't make me fucking mute you because you're talking shit.
That because
Unless
you
you
want to
tell
keep
the truth,
lying.
you gotta
That's
come
why.
on
Because
this
you want to
show.
keep.
You want to
know-
come on this show. You got to bring your fucking proof. Don't just come and
Okay,
spill
you
your
just
shit.
proved it
Expect me
for
to
me.
fucking believe it.
Read exactly what you
I
just read
fucking read
and
it to you.
stop saying
I
90.
gotta read it again.
Hey, Mary, what's
Fuck
wrong
you.
with you, bro? Today, something wrong with you. You take your
No,
pill?
no.
Yeah,
Fuck
he ain't take his high
Come
blood
on,
pressure
man.
pill.
Slow
no.
down,
He's
bro.
talking shit, and then when you
No, I'm not. No,
you give him
why
facts.
am I talking?
He
Because
doesn't
you
like
know
it.
why?
He doesn't
Because
fucking
that's that racist shit that says
Look,
I'm white
gonna
and I'm
fucking
right.
read it
Stop
again.
that, Maverick.
I'm gonna
Stop
fucking
that.
read it again for you.
Stop that.
Close your fucking mouth. Open your
Okay, then read it
ears
then.
and listen. The State Department has paid or approved 90 claims for a total of 11 million in reparations for France to former World War II prisoners who were carried to Nazi death camps in French trains. That's it. That's it. There's no, we keep paying for every Jew that's born, like you said. We're not paying anybody. We paid 90 people.
Well, wait, man. It's what's here. I hear say the German, the U.S. started making reparation payment to the Holocaust survival. I don't know if he's referring to that.
Bro,
Back in the 1950, continue making payment today. Some 400,000 people, Jews and
Hey,
survival, the
come on now,
Nazis.
stop playing. Stop playing. And you know only 4% of the American population is Jewish. So if you paying that, you damn near.
oh,
Did you know that? Hold on, look that up, Goose. Look up
Revolution,
what percentage of the.
They call him Chiloming, something like that. That's what they call him. I don't know.
yeah, you got to be fucking shitting me. Pretty good podcaster. Welcome to the show.
But the government, they hide a lot of stuff. They don't say everything. You know that.
Yeah, but Revolution's getting crazy when he comes in and spilling.
Nah, you getting crazy.
Bro, you came in here saying that every Jew ever born and still being born are getting
I
paid.
did not say all.
yes,
That,
you
Well,
did.
let's
not,
call Bravo. Bravo, are you there?
Bravo ain't fucking here. Who's that?
Okay, here's another statement. White Jews should understand why Black Americans need reparation now. And you want me to tell you what to say at the bottom? Because they've been getting paid for a long time. I don't know. Yeah.
Hang on. We
Let
got.
him talk, Mary, because I think
Yeah,
he
we
he
have.
kind of right. Let him talk because
We
don't
have.
insult him like that.
No, we have a new person on the panel that she's trying to speak, and I can't hear. Again. No, you're really, really low.
Hold on, let me check my mic.
While she's checking her mic. Go ahead, Goose. What were you saying?
No, that
Wait,
before we make, I think before we make any
hang on, she's back. Go
call
ahead.
him a liar, we need to do our research first because
Oh, but
he
bro,
he might be right because
you
everything
know,
that I
you
read.
know, and I know when you come to this show, you better have facts. Well, you know that, right? Our
Yeah,
show is our,
we can't test the fact, but we can
our show is
if I don't know something, I won't accuse of it.
no, but you can't come here and just spill. I can come in here and say everything,
Oh,
and
but
then
you
be like,
cool with Mike.
"Shoot,
You cool with Mike
shoot."
Rage Maverick just
Bro, you don't
spewing
even
off shit
you don't even
because
get
you're
like
not. You're,
say
but you're
anything.
not questioning him.
You
You
didn't give.
won't question him.
How can I question when you don't even let him speak? I can't even hear
All right,
him
well,
to
start
fucking get a
speaking.
word
Let
out
him
before
start
you start
speaking.
running. Well, then close your mouth and let him speak.
Let him speak.
Come on, Mary, don't be like that, man.
Oh, bro, because I
Let him talk. He's been in our show for many years now. You're
oh,
treating
and
him
that's
like
fine.
that.
Revolution can come here anytime, but he's got to let fucking people speak. When he drops,
But you never did respect people like that. Leave that for me and Bravo. And now you're doing it. And because you somehow get it respected because what he just say. Let him talk. He's the only guy
no,
here that come over time,
he
the
said
only
enough.
brother, and we are trying to
enough.
jump on him. I don't
Let's,
agree with that. Let him
let's
talk.
let the other ones talk. He said enough. Let Mike and pretty.
Yeah, but everybody's attacking him, just him. Come on. It don't
But
sound
bro,
good. It
you
don't look
can't
good.
come here and spill shit and expect people not to talk.
But what I read, it looked kind of true what he's saying.
No, it didn't. He said everybody, and we
No,
read.
but I just read when the German and the Americans paying reparation. Yeah, and then I got to see another
Oh,
statement that
that's
it
not what
say
you said.
that
I read what you said.
See, now check this out.
that
Check
was the
this out.
first statement.
Shut up, Revolution. Go ahead, pretty.
The revolution.
No, Revolution needs to wait. We're trying to hear the other people here. She's trying to speak. No, your mic is like really, really low.
I have no idea why it's so low. Frustrating.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Mm-mm.
Please
Yeah,
get the address that way I can send a new mic.
she's very. Yeah, the mic's very low.
I don't mind sending a mic. Where's Earth? Is Earth around?
No, he didn't come back. He had a show to do. He had some show to do. Hey, Mike, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I see the other. They're there.
Mark's sleeping.
No, Mark left. He had to go.
No,
Yeah, he's sleeping.
No, I was saying.
Well,
Mike.
we fighting against this subject. Why we don't jump who's really messing up our country, and that is you, Commander in Chief,
Well, we know
freaking
that.
Biden.
Yeah, we know that.
Now,
Yeah, what can we do about it? We can't do a fucking thing about it, though, Goose.
if freaking revolution want to get reparation, he that prove it, but I guess he had that prove it. I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna get approved. So revolution, it's hard for you to get approved.
What about our white reparations? We should get it too.
Well, submit your paperwork, you might get paid. I don't care.
Well, who
You
do I
get paid, you
submit
get
it to?
paid.
I'll do it.
I don't know. Maybe everybody getting paid now, so we should turn in ours too.
Should try.
I mean,
Okay.
it's this government is chaos and running everybody crazy, and we arguing against each other. But bottom line, Cinemax, our government is the one doing all this crazy stuff. That way, we turn against each other, and we kind of need to stop that. And I say that to myself too.
What's
So, so Revolution is one of our oldest guests, and we should respect him too.
well, and that's why we're able to hit them as hard as we do.
Well, just give me 2.8 million in food stamps, and I'll be all right. Listen, let me see. Don't be. See,
That's a good one.
what? You don't want 2.8 million in food stamps? Goose, tell the truth, real quick.
Well, yeah, everybody's getting it, so
We're not.
we are not.
Maverick, don't be mad.
I know the
If
other
I get
day.
2.8 million, Maverick, in food stamps, I'll give you 400,000 of them.
Oh, all right. I appreciate it.
Hey, bottom line, everybody's suffering in our country today. because this idiot that is in the White House. And you see it when you go to the store. I mean, the other day I went to buy a pack of freaking towel to clean the car. I used to pay $14. It was $33. You know, meals,
How to clean the car?
chicken, all kind of stuff crazy. Gas still high. I mean, and we fighting about something really that it
Do
don't
y'all
make
guys know? I went and got a pack of bubble gum the other day. It was $4.83 with taxes.
$4 for a pack of gum?
Yeah, don't you know the gum that come in the box? It's like a little thin box, and it's kind of wide, and they on the flap, and you got to tear each individual piece off. It was $4.83.
I would have put that shit back on the shelf.
You
See,
know, it's true, but the thing is, then when you go to the dentist, they charge you twice too when you get that cavity for that bubble gum. Everything expensive, everything, even fixing your car, you can't get the parts. There are a lot of German cars that you can't get the parts anymore. Everything's so expensive here in Florida. Everything's expensive. Everything, insurance are way up there. I mean,
Oh yeah, insurance is going up. House
they're
insurance.
like places like a public around where I live. It went up $193,000, and there are many other people been going up 50,000, 70,000. I'm talking about businesses. Homeowners are getting like 90%, 200% increase in the insurance. I mean, even though you live in
Yeah,
the
but
countryside, you're getting hit too.
Yeah. Who's
think about
trying
what
to talk?
happened with
Mike?
introduction to socialism. Florida wasn't like that before that. That's why I moved out of there.
I can hear you, Mike. I can hear you.
Your mic is it's fading in and out, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
I'm just saying 4 years ago, well, before COVID, Florida wasn't like that.
No, you're right. It wasn't like that. And
I
we
moved, started getting expensive.
we waiting for the government to see what he's going to do about this BS, because it's a BS. I mean, the insurance going so. I mean, where we live, we don't get hit. I mean, we get hit with hurricane, but we are like the last one, Mary. Am I right or wrong? We don't get flooded. We don't get flooded like the other people.
No, we don't get flooded.
But then
Hey,
our
Goose,
insurance still went up.
I want you to remember what I said about DeSantis, and then a year from now, come talk to me and say, Mike Rage, I apologize. You were right. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Well, Mary know that I'm not voting for DeSantis for, and I'd rather have, and he knows I'd rather have Trump, even though some people, I don't want to say who, they don't want Trump. I do want Trump because I think he worked hard those 4 years and he took a bullet for us. And I will defend him all the way to the end. I think after that, if we do 4 more years, then I will go with DeSantis. But I don't think DeSantis ready. That's my opinion.
Well, no, and you know, yeah, I know you were talking about me, Goose. You just look at me.
No, it's not you only, because I don't want to
Because,
mention
I mean, look,
names in
I
all
like
of my
DeSantis.
friends.
I've never said I didn't. I mean, everybody knows my opinion on DeSantis, but as far as now that he's entered the presidential race, I don't see him doing anything. And
Nobody is, because
well, we're
Trump
all getting
Trump is beating
blinded.
everybody.
Yes, but the only reason Trump's doing anything is Trump's not doing anything to make him lead. He's not. You act like he's out
He
there.
don't have to.
But
He
that's
doesn't have to. His base is very strong, and I'm gonna stick with Trump
But
because
I think
Trump
Trump's
took a
gonna
bullet
lose.
for us.
I think when Trump gets this second federal indictment, and I think when Georgia indicts him, I think now after the first one he took a surge. I'll give you that. The second one he took a small hit.
Yeah, no, it went
Yes,
up
he did.
5%.
No. But you're looking at polls where they poll 1,000 people. That doesn't
No,
mean
I just
anything. I mean, come on. You know, you and I both know polls don't mean shit.
no, but he been going up.
Yes, but polls.
Why
don't
you
mean
think DeSantis took a plane?
But the problem is if you only poll 1,000 people, have you ever been called for a poll?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, a freaking single time. But I don't care about the
Me
poll.
either. So who the hell are they calling? Where are
But
they?
I think the base Trump base is very strong, and I'm gonna stick with Trump because what they did to him
Well,
is very unfair, and I'm gonna go all the way
Miss
down.
Dixie
I
said
don't
she
care.
never got called for a poll.
They're a bunch of
well,
freaking haters that are
I
doing
think
a
they.
lot of
I
justice
think
stuff
these
against
what
him.
they
politics
do
are
is
the
they
same people over
oversample
and
a
over
select
again.
group.
Right. Exactly. I mean, if you
Well,
look
I
at
mean,
and
you can trust the poll. I understand that. We know that more than anybody else, Marika. We know we don't think we're gonna win another election unless we fix this freaking issue we got with the voting. You
thank
know that.
I'm glad you brought that up because
But it don't matter if it's DeSantis, Trump, whoever it's
no, I
gonna
agree.
be.
I agree. I
We
agree.
gotta fix that. But bottom line, I'm gonna stick with Trump. That's it.
Oh, yeah. To finish my point about DeSantis is, I don't think I'm starting to think he's not ready to be president.
Uh, Thank you
I'm
for listening to me.
yeah, I'm starting to see because I don't see him doing a whole lot.
I
don't
don't think nobody is, Mary.
Yeah,
We
but
fighting these
how
evil
much have you
people.
heard? How much besides him going to the border? How much have you heard from him?
I mean,
Really?
doing great. He's doing great things in our state.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about the governor side. I'm talking about his presidential run.
No, that's what I said to you before. I don't think
Yeah,
he's ready,
I,
and I
I
think
yeah, I
he
just
should because once if he get elected, this crooked ass machine gonna destroy him.
yeah, yeah.
How more
He's
they
gonna
can destroy Trump? Nothing. They're gonna try to indict him. He gonna get out of all that stuff. He will.
Yeah, Mark.
No, I just think DeSantis will destroy himself. I have listen.
Yeah, I just he to me doesn't seem to be doing. I mean, I love him as governor. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and I was all for him before he decided to run. I mean, he was popular for a while there. I mean, he was looking like he was going to do pretty good, but then as soon as he announced, it's like all of a sudden the bottom dropped out from underneath him. I mean, he was on a high.
It's not that drop. It's that nobody can beat Trump.
I don't. I don't believe.
Listen,
that.
he
I think.
reminds.
Yeah, Mike.
We can't hear you.
Backbone.
Your mic is really messed up, dude.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know why we're having a problem, but he reminds me of Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz had all liberal tendencies
Yes.
until he grew a beard.
Yes.
And that's who he reminds me of.
No, Ted Cruz is correct. Yeah. But I mean, Mary, there's many people. I mean, they're talking about independence
tomorrow,
but that they don't want to vote for Trump. But I don't think we have independent anymore in our country.
There's a lot.
You left, or you right. One or two.
I don't think so. No, I believe that the independents are quiet.
It's no more independent. Independent, I think it used to be when you had that Democratic Party that was almost in the center with the Republican that had a little bit more right wing. Now
the
there's no
moderates.
Democrat to the center. They're to the way to the left AOC freaking party. It's no more center for Democrat. They way to the left. So,
but my opinion is we don't even have a two-party system anymore. It's all one. I think they're
It's a
just all
uniparty.
Yeah. I don't believe.
Well, you listen to McCarthy today. Yeah, you're right. But
McCarthy's a piece of shit, and I told you that from the beginning. We should have never made him speaker. Now, why are we waiting for a new president? Let's get the revolution rolling and get it over with.
Well,
revolution.
I think on the subject of 2024,
I don't think the American people got the balls to go a revolution.
I sent you a link to a tweet over on the Twitter DM Maverick that that we previously talked about this, and the tweet is from @War and Stein. If I pronounce that correctly. I like what he had to say. For those who think Trump shouldn't be president in 2024 because he didn't fully drain the swamp in his first term, allow me to offer some perspective. Do you remember what it was like in 2017? Do you remember how many people were still completely brainwashed by the TV? If Trump arrested deep state actors as soon as he showed up, it would have been chaos, civil war, mass civilian casualties, legitimate threat to, not sick, that's an acronym, breakdown of society, etc. At the time, a small percentage of the population even knew about the deep state, let alone believed it was a real thing. Trump and his supporters were mocked relentlessly back then for talking about the deep state, and now it's widely recognized as a reality.
Yeah,
A large percentage of Americans believed the mainstream media at the time that Trump conspired with Russia. On top of that, Trump was hamstrung by the Mueller investigation. If Trump went scorched earth on the deep state during this time, it would not have worked. The leftists were already emboldened to riot due to the BLM insanity. It would have been ugly. We were on the path to handle it in Trump's second term, and then they released COVID-19 on the world. The biomedical police state was implemented. The mail-in ballots were sent out en masse. The steal happened, and everything changed. However, Biden's disastrous term pretty much confirmed Trump was right about everything, and the American people got a quick 4-year dose of full-blown Orwellian totalitarian dystopia. This caused a significant portion of the people to wake up to the realities about corruption and degeneration of society that Trump was talking about. The left, the media, the corporations, all the elements of the deep state went completely batshit crazy, exposing themselves to the people. Now add the optics of Biden weaponizing the DOJ to go after Trump for nothing, and all the sudden, if Trump went after the deep state in his second term, the public would not only understand it, they agree with him, or they would agree with him. Then add additional layers like the Biden administration and their deep state affiliates are 100% responsible for the war in Ukraine, as they are trying to defend their illegal offshore proxy they created via the CIA's color revolution in 2014. Funding and arming Nazi military forces and dragging the U.S. NATO into World War III with nuclear superpower Russia and China waiting patiently in the shadows. Why will Trump drain the swamp during his next term? Because the people get it now. They see what he was talking about. They had a front row seat to witness it for the last 7+ years. Trump now has the political ammunition and the global support to do what is necessary and rid the world of the deep state. And equally as important, the deep state have lost control of the narrative because of the parabolic takeover of citizen journalism thanks to Elon's introduction of free speech on Twitter. Which I know
Eric,
call
but
that
you
debatable.
say the world, what do you mean? The world already being transformed with this bunch of communists. All South America, but 1 or 2 countries are freaking freaking democratic country. Everybody is socialist or communist. Every one of them. And many of the Russians and the Chinese are helping them out. And
I got 3 more paragraphs left when you're done.
The Wagner mercenary are working in many of those countries too.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have those allies anymore. Plus they're switching from dollar to their money.
Well, and yeah, we're seeing evidence of that. You're right about that. But continuing on, Trump didn't have all this going on for his first time around. Now, much more of the world is awake, and more of them will continue to wake as World War III and nuclear destruction looms over us all. Trump said it himself. We are in a position to do that now because Pandora's box has been opened. People will say, now we get it. The left or right, if Trump wins in 2024, it will be a retribution presidency. And I thought that was a pretty bold tweet and statement there. And I'm sure you Maverick will probably read that in its entirety and watch the video.
I mean, I go for Trump, but you know one thing is I go for Trump because all the betrayal that he received, especially Paul Ryan, McCain, that he died because he deserved to die. All these other rhino, plus you got Barr. Barr was there for almost 2 years, didn't do shit to help Trump with all these legal issues. All of them, they're a bunch of freaking haters. Flynn's supposed to be the vice president, but the rhinos kind of lied to Trump. A lot of the ones that he picked, like the FBI Ray, that was picked by Trump because they lied to Trump. He didn't know many of these freaking issues.
But Trump's
Now,
listening to the wrong people, Goose.
exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. But he was not a politician, but I think he learned. He learned and he be ready.
I was in Leo D'Onofrio's space the other day, and one of the panelists on his panel, of like co-hosts and speakers, mentioned that, a fundamental truth that Trump may be surrounded by Trojan horses, which, I mean, there's no denying that.
Right.
Because, he had people giving him bad advice, and, but I know, like, even when we have Rocky Raccoon come on, he would probably corroborate what I just read a while ago, that people want to see receipts, meaning they want to see proof and evidence, which we're seeing that right now.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen half of it yet. All the corruption and everything.
Yes, Miss Dixie, they're being exposed now.
And the one thing is, Eric, we have a lot of wins in the court, on the Supreme Court and many other courts, but nobody is enforcing them.
There have been some good high-profile rulings the court has made recently.
Yes, but nobody's enforcing them. I'll give you a good one, and I said this many times. The Fifth Circuit Court told the Interior to start giving permit for drilling, doing all that stuff the last 2 years. They still haven't done anything. She appeared in the freaking C-SPAN like a month ago. She said, we're working on it. What, you working on it for 2 more years and you're not going to get no permit? They just took the Navajo country in New Mexico, $300 million drilling, oil and everything. Took it away from them. They can't drill no more. They own land that belongs to them. That's how crazy these people are, and nobody is doing anything about it.
Yeah.
$300 million from the Navajo country in New Mexico, and nobody's doing anything because that land belongs to them.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff. We are winning, but nobody's enforcing. Somebody maybe going to have to do like Mike say, have that revolution, but how are we going to have a revolution?
Yeah, if we don't have enough people to actually...
We don't have enough people. We don't have people who got the balls to do what they need to do. You see our patriots, they're all in freaking jail and confined solitary. They get a picture of you, Eric, you would be in jail too. You lucky you wear the mask.
I forgot to tell you, I got a guy, he just was released. He was arrested for January 6th. Let me see his name real quick here. Let me look for it. I was talking to him. I'm going to get him. He's going to come on the show.
Very unfair what they did to those patriots. Very unfair.
He's gonna come on. He's going to tell us about the conditions of the jail and stuff like that, and the way they treated him.
Yeah, they're treating them like terrorists.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find his name real quick here.
I'm voting for Trump. I don't care. We might maybe our vote don't count because they're gonna cheat again. So we don't know. Eric, do you really think they didn't cheat in Georgia in the last election?
I think my answer would probably be yes and no, but I think what we have to do in 2024 is if Republicans want to beat Democrats at their game of ballot harvesting and mailing in the ballots, Republicans are just going to have to get just as ruthless as the Democrats.
Oh, you got a bar?
Yeah, because your government, they won by eight points, but then your senator lose, and most of the people, when they vote a straight line down. I mean, most of the people, they do that. I don't see how he could have lost 8% of the vote from the main election. It's really hard for me to believe that, and I think that's why I was thinking that they are cheating.
Oh,
cheating.
I don't think there's any doubt.
I mean, what do you think, Mari? 8% and the senator lose, but the governor won by 8% of the vote.
Who are we talking about?
Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that there was cheating going on, and that it's still going on, and that it's going to continue because. And how many times we got to say it? The same thing. I mean, we're not doing anything to fix it. I mean, the things that you are seeing aren't really. If you don't change the mail-in ballot thing, the way they handle the mail-in ballots,
people vote every year.
Yeah. I mean, because anybody can get one, and it's not the system wasn't designed for that. It wasn't made that way, but anybody can get one.
If
So,
they use the model that they use in Florida down here, because we used to have a lot of cheating. Matter of fact, this is where the cheating was born in 2000 when Al Gore against Bush or Kerry. Who was that, Mary?
back in that was what's his,
Kerry?
no, it was
Bush Gore back in 2000.
Gore.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it took place in this freaking Crooked County and Broward and Dade County, remember? And they went to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning cheating.
Hanging chads.
Yes. And then when Rick Scott became a governor, he reformed all that stuff and he said 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, no more delivery, no more this, blah, blah, blah. That's how we beat him this year. First time in 20 years, we won the Dade County and Broward County. It was, I mean, by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we already knew the results on our state. But in Georgia, you have to wait 3 days to know who won because they were printing illegal ballots. That's why.
Well, I mean, and it's not going to stop. I don't see us winning 24. I mean, Trump can. I have no doubt that Trump's going to get the nomination for the Republican Party. I have zero doubt in that.
Yeah.
But it's the general election we all should be worried about. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, Trump's leading the polls." We all know he's going to get the nod for the Republican Party. There's nobody even close to him. And I'll give you that. Not even DeSantis, And at this point, I'd rather see DeSantis just stick being governor. But general election is a whole nother thing. We thought we had it sewn up in 2020. We thought we had it. We were saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. No problem. There's no way Biden can beat Trump. There's absolutely nothing they can do." Biden sat down in the basement, hid in 2020, and still fucking won. And everybody, how'd that happen? What happened? Because they fucking cheated. And the same, in 22. Oh, it's never going to happen again. We're going to make sure. 22 came. What happened? The same bullshit happened again. And then and we fixed it yet? No, we're a year away. Well, maybe, a little more than a year, right? Well, a year and a half, maybe from maybe a year and a half. I'll give it that.
What was that?
To the general election. And
it feels like 10 years.
Yeah, and we're still no better. We're still no closer to fixing the problem than we were back in 2020.
I don't think it's gonna get fixed.
I don't think so either. And then I think in 24, then the next morning we're gonna go. They did it again.
Matter of fact, let me predict this. If they win again because we didn't fix the election, I think Revolution is gonna get paid.
Revolution will be happy about that.
I think he will be getting his reparation pay.
From who? He doesn't live in California.
He said he will move down there.
Oh,
well, California can pay because they are like what $50 billion rate.
Aren't they in debt? How the hell are they going to afford to pay that kind of money out?
Well, our government owes $32 trillion, so I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
they just keep printing. That's all.
They keep printing. I mean it's going to be really difficult.
California doesn't have their own printing machine, so.
I mean, the only thing that I can say, and I always say this, I think God's the only one who can fix what we got now.
And I 100% agree with you on that. Absolutely. I mean, I don't see anything else that they're going to fix it.
I mean, is they doing, I mean, this transgender thing, like we say, we don't care what you do behind your door and stuff like that. But they're out of control. They're marching, parade, naked, butt naked.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Didn't it make you sick? All those kids watching that shit?
Yeah, butt naked. And you as a parent, you had your kid there watching that.
Exactly. I mean, who does that? I mean, who takes their kids to that kind of crap? I mean,
that sounds like some sickos right there.
Yeah,
it is
sicko. They're really just sick in the head.
I mean, they don't care. You don't need to have no more nude freaking beaches. Now you go anywhere nude.
Yeah, revolutionary.
Well, I don't even know whether therapy would help them.
He said Republicans will win the next election. Both parties have spent 20 years in the White House in the last 40 years.
Revolution. I think you're smoking crack.
I think so too.
Do the
Yeah.
math. Do the math. All right, let's go. Let's go.
I knew
Real
that. I
quick.
knew that would get him. I knew that would get him.
Real quick. If you go from Ronald Reagan to today, they have spent the last 20 years apiece. Both parties have had 20 years apiece in the White House.
But that don't have to do anything with the way they're doing business now. They're cheating
Yeah,
big time.
because all they do, they're just trading off. We're the fucking idiots because we think their game is real. We're the fucking, no matter who's in the White House, shit gonna be fucked up. And it's been proven time and time again.
So you are convinced then that you're not going to get reparation. Thank you, Revolution.
I'm convinced that this is a game and it's fucked up, and that Shakespeare was right. He said the world is a stage and everybody's playing their part.
All right. Where got distracted there.
Who's Bravo?
Bravo's missed all the fun tonight.
Yeah.
You know, he would be there too. he would have been hitting Revolution.
Well,
Yeah.
you might be right, Goose. Bravo would have probably really been hot tonight, like you were.
Yeah, he would have been hitting Revolution.
But Bravo be having facts though. So a lot of times I expect to do that with Bravo.
And you know, Revolution, you got pretty hot too. There's no denying that.
Well, you know, me and Mary, we argue a lot sometimes offline, but at the end we always freaking come to senses, and we just go out and have fun.
Because the bottom line, no matter how much you argue and how much you disagree with people and everything, but you know, the bottom line is we all have the same idea and we want the same thing. We want a better country. We want to save this country. And that's the bottom line. I mean, you know, yeah, you can disagree on all the different topics and not agree with what people say, but you know, the bottom line is, you know, our goal is still the same. You know, it's just how we're going to get there. You know, I have a storm in the area in my state. Oh,
who is that?
That's Ert.
Ert.
We want our country back. Exactly, Miss Dixie.
And you keep living in freaking Minnesota. That's Somalia right there.
Yeah.
You don't learn.
Yeah, he'll never leave there.
He's in little Somalia back there with the cornfield right there and with the freaking. Hey, guys, do you know anything about all these live UFO stuff that coming out? Anybody know anything about this?
I know there's a lot of things going on. A lot of weird stuff. I don't know what to believe, but
Eric, come live in our chat room because I know you know a lot about UFO. I mean, what was those lights that you sent me? Multiple lights all over the place like a few weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they are. I mean, you know, I don't know what it is. People are seeing that shit. How about that kid? How about that family in California where the ship crashed in their backyard and they saw these?
Actually, I believe that might have been Las Vegas, Nevada. Maverick.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. All right. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. But yeah, they saw fucking 10-foot creatures come out of that thing.
Oh, yeah. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
No.
They were really just disturbed by that, and then people were just ridiculing them like.
I believe them. I believe that they saw something.
But it was a unit somewhere, I don't know in the world, that I think it was somewhere in Ukraine, Russia, something like that, that the commander survived. And they say the forces that attacked them, they were 10-foot freaking creatures, and they were using some type of guns that decimated them completely.
Well, you know what? I saw this video. Somebody was analyzing the video of that night in the people's backyard because they filmed it. They filmed, you know, they didn't get too close because they were afraid. But while they were standing by the fence, somebody broke down the video, and you could see on the right something peeking through. It was crouched down behind the fence, and it was peeking through, and you saw its hand like holding on to the fence, and the people were like maybe 2 feet from it, and they didn't even realize it because it was on the other side of the fence. But they said, I mean, they swear they saw freaking these guys were 8 to 10 feet tall, and I mean, I don't know what they saw, but I mean, there was something because there was a light. I mean, and the
They
police,
follow the light. They follow
yeah,
the light. Yeah.
and the police dash cam caught the light too coming down. So they saw something. Something crashed in their backyard.
Maverick,
I don't know what. Yes, sir.
Maverick,
Yes, sir.
did you hear 3 months ago that the government of the United States was talking about reporting the facts of UFOs to the public? Did you hear about that?
I mean, I think they're still hiding a lot of from us.
Oh, man,
You
you
know?
better, yo, all of this Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, you think that's really just people imagination? That's their way of giving us a message that this shit is true.
That's
People's
the falling
imagination is
falling
not that
angels.
powerful.
Falling angels.
It's not that powerful.
And it makes you wonder if some of the technology isn't ours. you know, I mean, that we're seeing that they're just testing out. You know what I mean?
Did you
I mean, I don't
see?
know. I mean, maybe we
Did
got
you
it from
see?
aliens. I don't know where we got it.
Since Roswell, 70 some years ago,
Right.
did you see the speed of
1947, yes.
technology since Roswell?
Sure, absolutely.
It's phenomenal.
Yep. That's what I mean. I mean, I don't think I think Trump when he was in there, I think he got briefed on. See, but I was reading this thing. They say they don't even brief the presidents. Only know about half the things that go on. They even keep the president out of a lot of stuff.
Why Trump created? That's my question. Why he
That's a good
created?
question, Goose. I was just going to say the same thing. I
Yeah.
think
Vice
Trump
Force.
knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he heard something, and that's why he created that.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder. I mean, it really does. I mean, I believe that there's something. I believe that Roswell, it crashed and they recovered it and they tried to play it up like it was nothing. I think they recovered alien guys. I think they did. I mean, will we ever know for sure? Probably not. But
Why is Area 51 so protected? If you get within a
exactly.
certain amount of 1,000 feet of it, they'll kill you.
Yeah, I watched
They're
the
hiding
video.
something.
Yep. I was watching the video of that. Some
I'll
guy
be out of
was
the
trying
Matrix
to
in a
get
minute,
close to it, and they came out of the woodwork. I mean, out of nowhere, they all came swarming them. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Other guy just filled your inbox with some. All right, let me check, Mike.
What happened?
No, Mike sent me some stuff, so I'm gonna. He's having trouble with his mic, so he's having a hard time communicating with us. My inbox.
Maverick, I ain't
Yes,
mean
sir.
to argue with you on your show like
Oh,
that, man. Let
it's
me
all good.
apologize,
Hey,
man.
no. It's all good, bro.
Hey, you gonna cry now, Revolution?
No, I'm gonna let Eric cry because Eric brought it to my attention.
Bro, no.
Eric brought it. He said,
You never have to apologize for saying anything on the show, bro.
Hey, we don't take it personal.
No, you can't.
Revolution.
You can't take it personal.
I never do. I
Yeah,
never
no.
do.
It's just that this is the show. We let anybody come on and say whatever, but don't be surprised when you get hit back. And we tell everybody that you can come on and say whatever it is you want to say, but we're gonna have our. If we don't agree with you, we're gonna give you our opinion. You know what I mean?
Next time I'm gonna bring my rabbit with me.
Your rabbit.
Yeah.
Revolution. I was trying to
Well,
stick up for you, but
Hang on, let me read.
What?
I'm gonna read something, Goose, real quick. Hang on, Eric. Mike sent me because he's having trouble with his mic, so he sent me a thing in the chat here. It's all good. It's hard to have conversation with those guys that will overshadow truth and facts because like liberals they can't handle it. Okay, I was about to school the guy on history of the first man coined slave by black man. His name was Anthony Johnson, and he was a tobacco farmer. The first court case ever in the United States coined the phrase slave. Anthony sued his indentured servant because his time was up, and the court ruled in the ownership and slavery. Look up Anthony Johnson versus John Casser, Casor. John Casser was coined the first slave according to the court documents in the United States. So that's something we can look
yeah,
up.
but Revolution was talking about the Jewish getting paid.
No, well, we started on the other. We got
Oh,
we
Anthony.
started on what he's talking about. and then we went to the Jewish and everything else. We kind of
Anthony what he say?
Anthony Johnson.
Anthony Johnson. He put it in the chat here. Anthony Johnson versus John Cassor, Casor.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because it wouldn't be Caesar, so it's Casser. Or it wouldn't be
So
Caesar.
the core side with Johnson who claimed that Kaiser was his slave for life. For life. So Castro became the first person to be arbitrarily declared a slave for life in the U.S. Damn! That's what they say here.
But you know what I want to find out? I want to find out who
So that means they call you that
Wait a
you were a
minute,
slave forever.
Wait a minute. I want to find out who sold John Casser to Anthony Johnson. That's what I want to find out.
Well, I just send you this. It's there in the chat room. But
the court.
Okay, well, I will definitely get on that because I want to find, because if he didn't go get him himself, then that slave ship was already going on.
Mike said he was sold actually by a black man.
Well, everybody was sold by a black man. I learned that in high school in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but Revolution isn't saying that.
No, well, you go South Africa, they have white men.
No, that's not true. Black people in Africa participated with the European slave trade. That's what happened.
You know, let me tell you, back home, Puerto Rico, they teach a lot of good history about that. And I remember that on blacks sold the blacks too. You know that, yeah?
Okay.
All right. That's like
say, for instance, somebody went to Mexico, right? And they bought Mexicans. They wouldn't be buying Mexicans from white people. They would be buying Mexicans from Mexican people. That's what they would be doing. Yeah. So if that's the case, Africans participated in the European slave trade. They didn't know what the outcome of it would be. They was just selling people.
I said
they didn't know.
Yeah, they sell people to it. They just want to make money. That's it.
It was all about money to them.
But I say here the core side, but it say here the thing that I understand here is that they declare him slave for life.
Yeah. He said Africa actually today has the highest slavery until this day in the world, besides human trafficking.
Because they've been contacted with white people, and once they started that, it never ended.
He said, "Stop blaming the white people."
No, because Arabs are buying them today. That's why they're still selling people out of Africa.
I'm reading the chat room.
No, it ain't stop blaming the white people. Tell white people to stop overlooking their history.
I mean, we gotta accept that there are bad people everywhere. There are some pretty ugly ass Democrats who were very, very created the Ku Klux Klan. They were white people Democrats. Yeah. You can't stop that. That's not a lie. That's the truth. You know? I mean, I don't think history lie about that. It was a reason why Lincoln was the president. That's why God picked him up, because it was a lot of abuse too. I mean, you gotta accept we mess up different ways too. I mean, not everybody. I don't want to say everybody because I don't believe in that, but it was a lot of abuse too. And if 350,000 Americans died to free the slave,
that's not true. That's not true.
How many died? That's what I read. Out of the 700,000 people.
I'm not disputing how many died, but that's not what it was about. It wasn't about freeing slaves.
No. Well, you got the freaking army from, the North. You had the Abraham Lincoln. You got the other one. The Abraham Lincoln was defending to liberate the slave.
But did you hear what Abraham Lincoln said? Abraham Lincoln said, and I quote, he said that if he could have saved the Union from seceding, he wouldn't have cared nothing about no damn slaves.
He didn't say that like that. He didn't say nothing like that. What book are you reading?
He didn't say, come on, man. Come on, Goose. Stop playing.
What you think? Bro, what you think they kill him?
Here,
what do you really think that war was over slavery?
Here, let me read the chat
Come
here.
on, Goose.
Hang
You
on,
know
here,
better
look.
than that.
Here. There actually is no proof that any slave ship ever existed, not even chains on ships. If you look at the reality of history told, the amount of slaves to those ships would have sunk. Don't call BS. Read a book.
You know
Wow.
what, Mary?
What?
When I got taught in school,
Uh-huh.
they came in ship. And then doing Louisiana, okay? They call it the merchandise market, something like that. In Spanish, that's how they call it, okay? And they came in ships, okay?
Oh, okay.
And in Puerto Rico, they came too in Puerto Rico. Why do you think we got black in Puerto Rico, Indians, and Spaniards? So they did come in ship. They didn't come in freaking plane. We didn't have plane then.
No, they came on UFOs. That's what they came on.
Yeah. So they did. I mean, they teach
Oh,
that history back home.
I don't think he said.
But that's what you read.
Hey, hang on, let me read it again. There's not even chains on ships. If you look at reality of the history told, the amount of slaves to those ships was.
Because we studied that back home, Puerto Rico. Because we are mixed. We are Spaniard, Black, and Indian mixed Puerto Ricans. So we had to study that since we're little kids.
Do you know Holocaust deniers said the same thing about concentration camps? They said the same thing, like it was no gas chamber setups, all kinds of stuff. So it's always going to be deniers.
Sure. I am here. Wait, hang on. There's actually no proof, only stories told. Not even the forensics is there any proof.
But the approval of what, Mary?
It was fabricated, indoctrinated in society to cause division.
But Mary, but what
That's
are
Who
you
wrote
trying to
that?
say?
That goes on from the other part that I read.
Yeah,
Who
but
wrote, who wrote that? Bill Metzger,
Who?
the chief grand wizard of the KKK. Who wrote that?
I'm reading in the chat room.
no, that was Mike Page. He say, Mary, he say where they didn't come here in ships. That's what he say.
Who?
I'm going to read it again. There was actually no proof of any slave ships that ever existed, not even chains on ships. If you look at
Come on, Mary.
reality
You
of
know
the
that's
history-
wrong.
Hang on,
Yo,
let me
you
finish.
know what?
Wow, they came
credence
here
to
in
that, man.
UFO.
Give credence to that, because you might have some KKK members that listen to your show too. They need to be reproved. So
No,
you know,
that's I don't believe that. I mean, I don't
come
want
on,
to.
Maverick.
You
You know
see,
that's a
that's what
joke.
really get me upset. Stuff like that.
I'm reading what he wrote. Hang on.
I know,
Yeah.
but you should kick them too.
Read your book, Revolution.
Nah, that's all right. Somebody
No,
else needs to read a
he
book.
don't need to read the book. I read
I
that
only
book. I read the history back home, and Revolution's right.
I
They
don't know.
came in
I
here in
don't know enough.
ships.
I don't know enough about the thing to say anything.
So, Mary, you see, that's why you get me upset sometimes. You defend some people, but you don't defend
Yeah,
other people.
I'm not defending
exactly.
anything. I'm reading.
You
what's
are,
in the chat room.
and I'm gonna call
reading-
you out.
But
You
you
don't
didn't read with the
I can read
conviction that
in chat room. Mike can speak for himself. He's here.
Listen, I don't know if you
Mike, what you roll?
He's just having trouble with his mic.
guys hear me.
Yes, yeah, you fade in and out, but we can hear you.
All right, listen. I'm actually on Black Panel.
We
I
only
literally,
heard-
I
okay.
literally school people on Black history, and when they look it up, and there's some educated people there. I'm on Black Panel all the time. I will discuss slavery all day long.
Yeah, but you say we're not ships.
yeah, I mean, come on. Who you be schooling that
If you look it up, I don't care what journals say, I don't care what stories were told. There is no evidence of any ship or any chains in slave trade. Not one. There is no
you must
evidence.
are you a pastor?
No, he's
Because
smoking. He's smoking crack.
No. The reason why I asked is here, pastor.
Give me
is
some of that
because
crack.
They're the only people who say stuff, and you're not supposed to look at it. You're just supposed to believe it. History is not a belief system.
Let me explain something to you, especially the guys who are calling me racist. I had a unity rally with every single race, color, and creed. I even had
That don't mean anything.
That don't,
Oh
oh
my
my
gosh.
God.
Oh,
Things.
Can I say my
None of
best
them
friend
have
is a Klan member?
not one bit of information that I've has been false. You guys are the indoctrinated. Realize it. You guys are so indoctrinated that you can't believe the facts because you refuse to read a
But
goddamn.
that's a nonsense, man. No shit. How they got
Is he
here?
a pimp? Because he's trying to brainwash us.
Yeah. How they got
We're
here? How they,
indoctrinated.
Maverick,
And
how
And
they
this
got
nigga
here?
can't believe his truth.
This is why there will never be a win on the right, and a revolution will never happen because of people like you.
Oh my
No, the
gosh.
reason why a revolution need to happen is because of people like you.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I mean, I'm trying to be calm, but that's very unbelievable, that statement that you say. I guess my education is not that great, but when I went to school, I learned that stuff because that's
You
it.
keep on talking about school, yet indoctrination is at the highest rate, and you two were indoctrinated. That's the problem.
But nobody
Wow.
believe
And
what
you
you
wasn't?
say.
But
That's
when
a
are you going to
nonsense,
start
guy.
believing
How
that
they got
everything-
here? Okay, Mike, how they got here?
Listen, everything you learned in school, and until you realized that everything you were told was a lie, and you were too indoctrinated, just like these.
Okay, but let me ask you a
Did they float?
question.
Hold on.
How
Did
they
they
got
float butt
here?
naked? Did they float butt naked on a leaf from Africa to here? How the hell they got here?
They got UFO revolution.
All right,
Oh
Africa
yeah.
had
Oh yeah.
the number one land of UFO.
you
I
asked
am
the question.
saying slaves weren't sold. But when it comes to the slave ships and the vast stories and the amount of slaves that were actually on the ship, there's no evidence. There's none. And remember, black people sold black people, and the first black person sued the first black person to become a slave for life. You guys are blaming white people when white America has nothing to do with it. And
We are not blaming nobody now. We're talking about the public.
Wow.
none of you guys listening, and no one here has ever been a slave. So get over the bullshit.
However
Yeah,
many
and nobody
consider.
here has been in the Holocaust, and if they're getting a check,
Hey,
oh well.
Mike. You know, Mike, you talking
It's
about
over.
bullshit. You talking about bullshit, but you
Yeah.
come with some
You want to
really
know what? I'm
a
bringing a
boat.
point that you
Come
guys are
on,
still
a
bringing
boat.
division.
A boat. Come on, guy.
Did you
How
do
they
a
come?
lynching last week, Mike?
You
How they
guys are the dividers. That's the problem. You
how
guys
they
are
come
still
to our
bringing
country?
division.
How they come to our country? It's just a
Goose,
simple
Goose,
question.
History.
He didn't say they didn't come on a ship. He didn't say that.
He said there was no evidence of ships.
No, slave
That's
ship.
exactly.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, for real,
I'm done with the
Maverick.
show, bro.
Let him
Maverick, you
fucking
wrong,
talk
bro.
then. Well, you guys just fucking spill your shit. Then you don't let him finish and let him speak. You
God,
guys,
that
Because
motherfucker,
you guys
he wrote
asked
that
him a
shit.
question.
The
You
problem
guys
is
asked him a
you guys
question.
are so
Let me ask
indoctrinated, and it's something that you guys fight in, and you don't realize that you are the ones indoctrinated, that you will sit here and argue, and this is why there's still division in the States. You guys are living off of history.
How slave got in our
what
country by UFO? I didn't know that revolution.
I ain't either. Maybe they was on a banana boat.
If you hate white
Yes.
people so much, why are you on the panel talking to them?
Now I hate white people because I'm telling the
He
truth.
don't
You know
hate.
what?
He don't
You're the
hate white people.
divider.
Man, come
You're the
on,
damn
guy.
divider.
Yes, you
That's
are.
who's dividing. You're the damn divider.
Oh,
Because
I'm the
nobody
divider
up
because
here
I
said
speak,
anything
and you
about
guys
hate.
don't want to hear it or listen. You want to
Because
try
they
to
Because
disagree
I
with
want to see your
you.
bullshit. That's
Because
why.
they disagree with you.
Who called me a racist first, Goose? Who called me a racist
I
when I
did
wasn't
because
a
you come out with
racist,
some
right?
races and you
I'm
attacking
Because
the
you
him all
said
the
divider.
some
time.
rhetoric.
I'm the divider, right?
Yeah, you are the divided. You just being in our show twice. You always cause us that freaking type of bullshit trouble. And now
No,
you
it's because
say
people like
they
you
didn't
don't
come
shut
here
the
in
fuck up
boat.
and
They
give
came
other
here
people
in freaking
talk.
slave ships. Yeah, that's how
You
they came
what?
here.
Dude,
How
I
did you
just read you the facts about slavery, and you
Dad,
still
I don't know where you got that
How
from.
did you get here? How did you get here? Because you're not from here either. How'd you get here?
well, if you listen to
I-
my
Yeah, okay.
ancestors came here as well. My ancestors came here as well. My ancestors did it.
But your ancestors came here on their own volition. Mine came here against theirs.
You know what, guys? Let me tell you something. I mean, I will let you talk, but that's absurd that you telling me that the slave didn't come here and change in a freaking boat.
They didn't. There's no evidence. How can you try to prove something
And
factual?
you guys,
There's
the
no
chat,
evidence.
you want to listen to that bullshit? Shit. Give me a
There's
break.
no
That's
evidence.
fucking fake news.
There's no evidence. Go on any black panel and listen. There's no evidence at all. You think I
That
just
because you
learned
don't want to
what I
find the
read?
evidence.
Yeah,
I just found like 20 freaking different sides that got evidence, but you just don't want it because you want us to listen to you
to
and you don't
that
want to
bullshit.
accept why.
Hey,
Yeah, because
hey,
we don't
guys.
accept that.
Hey guys, just to let you
No,
know.
it's no, guys. You are no. I mean,
No,
because you
just to
lying.
let you know, just to
Dude.
let you know, I am white. I have black in my blood. So don't think I'm going against
But
my
it
own.
don't freaking matter when you talk
I
about a
don't want to
boat.
hear shit.
Eggs.
So
How they
So what did you
revolution? How they
did
got
you
here?
forsake? Did he forsake the black that's in him? Because he damn sure just negated the whole slave ship
Did Goose just
fiasco.
pull up, listen, did Goose just pull up an article that was fact that coined slavery in the United States? Did he just pull up that article? Yes, he did. It was truth. It was fact. It's written in fucking
No, no,
history.
they
Yeah.
stay, man. I understand
So
what you said
how
about
am
that.
I
I didn't call
racist
you
because
fake.
I believe the
The main
facts?
point of that statement was that they became slave for life.
Yo,
That's the
Goose.
main statement of that reading. That's the main point that they became slave for
And
life.
the point was
That's the
that he
point.
was the first
You know,
slave.
you don't think I'm educated. I think I'm very
Island of the black.
educated. But you coming with something here that I don't agree with you. Some panels and some people in the panel, so let him talk. Let him talk about what? That the slave didn't
About
come here in a boat?
because
Give me
they
a break.
on that.
I don't need to
That's
be
what
on
I
the
said.
panel. I don't need to be in the show then.
If you can actually find the evidence, I'll apologize to you.
I
Let's
don't
put
need to find because that's fake news. They
No,
came
I
here in
don't have to
boats.
take
Mike,
news.
do you
Find the evidence and I'll apologize to you publicly. Go ahead.
Mike,
Find it.
are
I'll
you
wait.
sitting on your couch eating popcorn with a hood on? Because that's what it sounded like.
Oh yeah,
It
I wear
sounded like you.
listen, I am the grand fucking wizard. Yes, I am.
I believe you. I definitely believe you.
You guys are
You
so
are
racist and
certified,
divided.
bona fide.
You guys shouldn't even be on a right friggin' wing channel. You're so racist and divided. It's unbelievable.
No, you're
You guys are
racist.
so indoctrinated,
And
and you
so
guys are
so now,
uneducated.
Maverick,
guys
did you
are
hear what
so
he just said? He
uneducated.
said he said this right wing podcast belong exclusively to racists. Because
No,
why are
you
we
guys
on
are
here?
uneducated.
That's what he just
because you
said.
won't
Because
read
we
a book.
disagree with you.
Read a book. Educate
No,
yourself.
you read a book.
before you talk.
And
When
you
say
stop reading Dr. Zeus. That's your problem. You reading Dr. Seuss all
I
the time.
literally just gave you the fucking facts, and you still listen. Did you ever hear about demoralization? That's what you guys are. Demoralized. I can feed you all the facts, show you the evidence, and you still won't believe
Guy,
it.
that's not a fact. That's it.
Wow.
That's oh my gosh. So revolution, how you got here? I just want to learn because I guess what I learned in school.
I folded on a muffin. It was a blueberry muffin. And I got on it and rolled it
So I
here.
just want to know how slave got
You
to
didn't
our
go
country.
anywhere. You were born here.
I folded here.
Floated in
Because
your
if he could conjecture, I can too.
Were you a slave? Were you a slave? Were your parents slave or were your grandparents slave?
Were you a slave master?
The fact,
I'm just because I gotta ask because you sound like one.
No, and you want to come back with a snarky comment. The fact is, no. You guys are proven to be the dividers on this show, whether you like it or
No,
not.
you're
You
the
guys are
divider.
making yourself look like fools.
You're the divider.
But guys, you come out with some serious freaking bold stuff that I had to call you out like I call anybody else. That's
You
it.
know what? You have no facts to
You
back
don't. You are not. You don't have no fact neither. I don't know what
Really?
book
I
you're
just
Exactly.
gave
reading.
you the facts. How do I
You,
not
I
have
don't know what book you are reading, big guy. You're not the
us
only
your
one
facts.
educated here.
How about this? Listen, Goose, but earlier you yelled at me because I said the same thing you're saying to him that I said to Revolution, that he's not coming with facts. I mean, you yelled at me
Guy,
because I said the
Mary,
same
he
thing.
said they didn't come
Listen,
here in a boat.
okay, no, he didn't. I don't think he
Come
said,
on.
Mike, you
Maverick,
said they didn't come in a boat
even
at all.
after Goose
Hang
proved
on,
me right,
Rev,
you still argue.
let me speak.
hmm
Now, Mike, I mean, because they're trying to say you said there was no boat at all. They just happened to be here.
The fact of the matter is there was no slave ships. Now, I didn't say there was no.
Wow.
Listen, wait, you guys let him finish. There was no.
Where's the evidence of slave ships? Listen, do you know even in the triangle trade, if you even know what the hell that is or you know your history, in the triangle trade, there was no evidence of slave ships being shipped back and forth. There was indentured servants. It wasn't of the magnitude that are in the fucking false history books. It was a few at a time. It wasn't hundreds of thousands that would have sunk in an old wood ship any day of the week. There was no evidence of chains. There was no evidence of them being below the deck getting shit and pissed on like history books portray. You guys need to really educate yourself. You guys sound
Maverick.
Hang on,
Maverick.
then you can talk.
All right, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Listen,
I don't want to say anything. I'm done with this.
the fact of the matter is,
I'm really dumb. You can go ahead, hire him.
I'm not even
Maverick. Hire him. Hire him. I'm done with your show.
Are you
Yeah,
seeing?
whatever, Goose. I don't want to hear your shit.
Listen,
Yeah, Mike.
the fact of the matter is I'm trying to bring facts, and these guys don't want to listen to it. I even gave
I
you.
know. I know.
I even gave you an
Wow,
article
Maverick.
point a slave.
Wow, Maverick.
We accept any opinion on this show. I don't give a fuck whether you like it, Goose. I don't
But
give a
you,
fuck if you like it,
you
Revolution.
said
I listen to your shit. I listen to Goose's shit. Everybody in the audience listens to your shit. So
and
let
guess what,
us speak. I
Maverick?
don't care if you don't like it. You get your
Guess what,
opportunity.
Maverick?
You
Guess
get your
what, Maverick?
opportunity to rebut.
Guess what, Maverick?
You
You
get your
said
opportunity to
you
rebut
said
him.
that when you hit, you got the right to hit back, right? We listen to
Exactly.
his shit.
So then
We just
shut the
hitting
fuck
back.
up and let him
We're
talk, and then
just
hit him
hitting
back.
back.
Well,
He been
then
talking for the. Stop
he,
playing.
this is my fucking show, Revolution. It's got my fucking name on it.
I know, racist.
I could talk the whole fucking show if I wanted.
I know.
Well, then don't tell me that I've been talking the whole show, because that's what I'm here
I
for.
said he been talking the whole show.
You guys all been talking the whole fucking show. And Goose crying over there, oh, I'm done with the show. I don't give a fuck. I hear the same shit from Goose every fucking day, and I hear the same shit from Bravo. I don't care. I could end this fucking show tomorrow, and I'd be happy. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm here for everybody's opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If you don't like it,
Then don't
fuck
call
shit.
anybody out. Then don't call nobody out.
You guys are calling him out, saying he didn't bring facts.
Yeah,
but
but
you
you
came here,
said
you came
but
here
what-
spitting shit, and we let you talk. We let
okay, but
everybody
after
speak here.
Goose,
We let
after Goose
everybody
proved
speak.
I was right, you still was saying the same thing. Now you're not doing this to Mike.
Goose didn't prove
You're not
anything
doing that
right.
to Mike,
Goose did not prove shit right.
and he didn't either. And he didn't
Well,
either.
okay, but you didn't either. So we're
But
all
you're
in the same
talking
boat,
as if
right?
he did. You're
I didn't say
speaking as
anything.
if he
I
did.
said let
Yes,
him
you did.
speak. I said let him speak. He's got just as much the right to speak on this fucking show as you do.
But I
I
brought
never
you.
said he didn't. I never
Okay,
said he
well,
did.
but you and Goose were disrespecting.
And he was, and he wasn't. Are you serious?
You guys, he didn't say they were slaves weren't brought on ships. He said there were not slave ships.
Come
He
on,
didn't
come
say
on, Maverick.
you
You're
cut him
more
off
intelligent than
because you
that.
cut him the fuck off because you were too busy fucking
Okay.
yapping.
You're
When
more
he-
intelligent than that, Maverick.
When he-
You're more
no,
intelligent.
no, you're more intelligent than that. You know fucking shit, but you don't want to hear it when somebody doesn't agree with you.
That's not true. See, that's a tactic that
There's no
most people on the right use. That
no.
is a
Hey, every time you got something, you always try to make it something else.
nah. You're still using that tactic.
And Goose,
But the
Goose
right,
is the fucking way. Goose can run his mouth and do all his shit and then cry when someone doesn't agree with him. It doesn't matter if you don't like what he's saying. Prove him wrong. That's what he's telling
not
you. He's telling you, prove him wrong, and he'll apologize to you, Revolution.
no. I'm not
That's what
looking
he
for no
said.
apology because
Well,
you said you wouldn't
You're not
apologize.
proving him wrong. Prove him
You
wrong.
said you wouldn't. You said you
Prove
wouldn't.
him- I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Mike.
Okay, but
He said,
when you
Revolution,
said, did you
prove
not say
me wrong.
earlier that
He
you
said,
wouldn't apologize?
That's
Did you
my
not say
fucking
that?
mouth. I don't have to apologize for anything.
Okay, then I
If
don't. I
people
don't either.
don't like to hear what I have to say, they don't have to listen. That's the beauty of radio. You can turn it off.
Yeah, absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, we all don't have to agree with each other.
Not see, that's the tactic again. It's not about whether or not we agree. We
Not
have
with
to
the fact
we
of
have
bull-
to do
because you
facts.
always, for some reason, you always want to turn it back to race, Revolution, and that I don't like about you. I don't like
Hold
the
on.
race thing because
So
I
so
you never hear me say anything about race on the show. Never. And you
not,
can go
but you
back all
speaking
the way.
cold.
You can
You
go all the
sure
way
enough
back to
speaking
2016.
cold.
You can go all the way back to 2016 when I started this show. I never used the race card on this show.
You don't have to. All you have to
You
do is
do it.
agree
And
with
I
them.
know I don't have to.
You
You
just all
go
you
on
have to do is agree with them.
you
You don't
use
have to.
you use it
All you
every
got
time
to
you
do is
here.
agree.
No, I don't have to agree with anything.
You're agreeing with Mike right now.
I'm
You're
not
agreeing with
agreeing with Mike.
racism. So you
I'm telling you, you guys said he didn't. He said there was absolutely zero ships that the people floated over in the air, and he didn't say that. He said there was no such thing as slave ships. There were ships, and if you let him finish, you would have heard that part. There were ships that they came over on, but they were not called slave ships like you want to call them. That's what he's
wow.
saying.
So
But
if
you
they
missed
would
that.
set
But you
up,
missed that
so
part.
if they,
You and Goose
so
were too busy going, "Oh, did they come on UFOs?"
if they
Oh
were
no,
set
they
up,
go to
if
banana leaf.
they were set up to contain slaves, they weren't slave ships.
No, they were actually indentured servants. They came to the United States and they earned pay and worked for time for the travel here.
That's
They were
not.
indentured
You got to
servants.
prove that, bro.
Well, I
They
don't
did
have to
not
prove
get
anything,
paid.
bro. Listen, I already proved how much to you, and you still didn't believe me. And this started with Goose calling me a
You ain't
racist
proof.
because he didn't like what I had to say about being on the border and illegal immigration. You guys have been attacking me as a racist since the beginning, and I'm the farthest thing from it. I actually
You know
defend,
what? That's exactly what any racist would say.
dude. I
That's
defend.
exactly what they would say.
Understand the
You see what I
cultures.
said? See what I said, Revolution? You just proved my point. You just proved exactly my point of what I just said.
All right, let
You
me ask you this:
you bring race
have you
to
never
everything that
heard a
I said,
racist say that their
everything
best
that
friend was
I said,
black?
you bring
Have you
race.
never heard that? Have
Everything
you never heard
that
that?
somebody says, you bring race to the fact. Why?
Because
Have you
race
got your 2 minute
exists.
warning yet,
I don't
Maverick?
try to. My eyes are not closed, Maverick, like yours. I
Okay.
know racism
No,
exists.
but you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. When you
No,
say
you're
race
part of the
and
problem
everything, when you say
because you walk
race and
around with
everything,
your eyes
you're the
closed.
problem. You're the reason why we're divided in this country. It's people
No,
like
you're the reason.
who take the
You're the
side,
reason.
see what they feed you. They feed you with all this bullshit, and then you makes you
And
go,
they
oh,
haven't fed
well,
you
there's
with
white,
anything.
there's black, there's
Come
white,
on.
there's black,
They
there's
haven't
white,
fed you with
there's black.
anything.
Bullshit.
They haven't fed. They have.
Yes,
All
they
right.
have.
Okay. So you ain't eat nothing.
You've been fed to believe
You've
that
been fed.
black and again white are against each other. It's bullshit. And until you realize that, you're always going to be that fucking way. You always bring race into the
That's crazy.
always
That's
everything.
and
Race.
you always agree
And it's
with
not-
racists. And you
Um,
always agree with them.
Revolution, let me tell you something. You don't like this fucking show, don't come back.
Man, fuck you and your show.
I've never fucking disrespected you, you piece of shit. Don't fucking come back here and fucking call me racist.
Listen, I didn't mean to cause
No,
problems.
you didn't cause shit, Mike. I'm sick of this.
Don't apologize, Mike.
Running this
Because if
fucking
you
mouth
apologize,
and
you're
then-
letting the enemy win.
Exactly,
You
Mike.
know that I am all about unity and bringing things together, but I also am about truth. And a lot of guys don't
Yeah,
want
people
to pick
people
up
are
the
just
bro-
coming in here for emotion, is what it is.
I mean, and you know, listen, it's not. Here's what I have to say about illegal immigration. And Goose called me a racist for it, but he doesn't understand what I saw. He doesn't understand the cartel, and he doesn't understand the human trafficking and the rape trees and the shit that I saw out in the fucking desert that no one can imagine. And that's the biggest problem. He calls me a racist because I wanted to stop illegal immigration. I want to stop everything that comes with illegal immigration. You know, and people don't understand what actually comes with illegal immigration. It isn't just someone coming here for a new life. It's the fentanyl that's killing our children. It's the cartel that's coming to this country and killing our American citizens. It's other countries bringing their ideologies and spewing them on America and destroying our society and our morals and values. People don't understand the reason where my fight comes from.
Now, I mean, I apologize for them calling you racist and shit, Mike. I mean, because I don't like that shit, and that just pisses me off.
I've been called racist a million times.
I know I've been called racist a million times too, but it just pisses me off, because this guy always comes on the show, and everything I mean, most of the time he's cool, but then he turns everything into race. Everything he says, everything you rebut, it's automatically racist. And I don't like that. I didn't start this show for that. I started this show for facts, the people to come on the show and educate people, and that's why I invited you on this show. And you can keep coming back. I don't give a fuck if anybody likes it or not.
Well,
Listen, I'll tell you what. I go on all black panels, and I swear to God, never once on every panel that I'm on YouTube, and I'm talking all black panels, has a conversation